Greetings, wonderful audience. Amarjit here from Amar PTE classes. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing fantastic. So thank you so much for subscribing my channel who already subscribed to my channel, and those who had not subscribed to my channel, then please do subscribe to my channel for the new updates in PTE. So in today's video I'm going to discuss describe image, because we already know that there are some changes in the describe image from 4th of November 2024. So I did some experiments on the describe image, because we already know that there is some human involvement in the content part of the describe image, but the pronunciation and the fluency of describe image will be checked by the AI, because we know that there is 5 points for the content, then 5 points for pronunciation and 5 points for fluency. So before 4th of November 2024, all three parts were checked by the AI: content, pronunciation and the fluency. But from now onwards, content will be checked by AI as well as with the human experts. So these are the instructions given on the PTE website. Ki means first the content will check by the AI with the help of the human experts. So it will happen only at the back end, because when you will go to the exam center, then you will see there is no changes in the exam pattern and in the exam center, because all the changes are in the back end. So you have to appear in the exam in the same way as you earlier appeared in the exam. So in today's video I'm going to discuss some examples with all of you with my new template, but I want to say to all of you that you can't follow the same template for all of the images, because we know that there are different type of images you have to describe in PTE in the part of a describe image. So this is the contact number given on the screen. If you want to share some information and if you have some queries, then you can contact me on this number. So this is my personal number, you can contact me on this number. So let's start with the topic and get into the video. So first example is the line graph, because sometime you will get a line graph on your screen with a single line. So you can easily elaborate that single line graph, because with that single line graph you can easily identify that this is the minimum point, this is the maximum point and this is the average point. So this is the example of a line graph, and in this line graph we have two lines, because in these two lines we have first blue line is the full-time students and this green line is for the part-time students. So this is the line graph, so you have to give information according to that line graph. So first I will discuss the line graph with all of you, and now let's start the example with the template. So as we know कि here is the name of the image, percent of university and college students who did educational activities by hour of the day on weekdays. So this is the name, and this is the name in two lines. So it's not necessary कि you will cover the name of the image or title of the image with same as here it is in the two lines. So you can cover it like percent of university and college students, or you can also discuss like percent of university and college students who did educational activities. So let's start. You have to mention key means which parameters you have to mention in the line graph. So first you have to mention the name of the image. So after that you will mention x-axis. On x-axis it's the time period, and on y-axis it's the percent, and in this there is a full-time students and the part-time students. So let's start to solve this example. The line graph provides information about percent of university and college students who did educational activities. So I am taking this line according to that point, percent of university and college students who did educational activities. Next is the primary feature highlighted in the image are full-time students and the part-time students, because these are the two givers. So these are the primary feature of the images, full-time student and the part-time students. Initially it presents data regarding time period, means time period is from 12 a.m. to the 11 p.m. or you can also mention initially it presents data regarding educational activity by hour of the day on weekdays. So next point, additionally it compares time period from 12 a.m. to 11 p.m. and the percentage. The highest value is represented by around in between 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. and it's 35% for the full-time students. So it means ki if you can speak about 2 lines then it's better, but if you are speaking for only 1 line then mention that point. Means the highest value of the line is in between 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. and it's about 35%, and the lowest value for full-time students is around 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. and it's 0%. So you have to mention like this. So now I am again describing that image so that you can easily identify ki how you have to speak in the final PT exam. So the line graph provides information related to the percent of university and college students who did educational activities. The primary feature highlighted in the image are full-time students and part-time students. Initially it presents data regarding educational activities by hour of the day on weekdays. Additionally it compares the time period from 12 a.m. to 11 p.m. with the percentage. The highest value is represented around 8 a.m. in between 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. for the full time students is 35%, and its minimum value is in between 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. and it's 0%. So additionally if you want to add some information about the part-time students then you can also mention it. So you will not speak in the end overall the image is very informative, so you can't speak that line because everybody use this line. So you have to speak overall the image shows data related to the educational activities. So you can mention this line. You can't speak this line ki the image is very informative. So this is about line graph. So you have to speak 30 seconds and between 30 to 35 seconds so that you can mention most of the content of the image. So it's not necessary to cover all of the content like percentage from 5 to 40, but you have to cover the maximum point like 35% and the minimum for this. So you can also mention keep for part-time students the maximum value is again around 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. and it's like 20%, and the minimum value is same for both the full-time students and the part-time student. So now you are covering maximum point, minimum point, x-axis, y-axis and the name of the image. Let's do next example, and it's a bar graph. So sometime you will get a single bar graph. So I am taking just difficult examples so that you can easily understand ki what you have to speak in the final PT exam. So that's why I'm taking a bar graph like this on the left hand side as well as on the right hand side. So if there is a single bar graph then you can easily identify ki what is the maximum point and what is the minimum point. So let's do this example. The template will remain same for the bar graph as well. The bar graph provides information related to the China age group. So this is the screenshot of the AP Uni, but sometime you have only China. So you can say ki this is about population. So you can easily identify ki what's the name of the image. So you can also say ki there is a bar graph in front of me that provide information about the age group in China. So you can also say this point, but here it is the name. So the bar graph provides information related to the China age group. The primary feature highlighted in the image are population in millions and age group. Initially it presents data regarding male and female. So additionally it compares age group in China, and age group is from 0 to 100 plus for both the male and the female. The highest value is represented by, now the highest value is represented by, so this is the highest value for 25 to 29, and it's for same for the male and female. So the highest value is represented for the age group 25 to 29 is 65 for the male group, and the for female you can say कि it's approximately equal to 65. Overall the image shows data related to the China in 2016. So this is all about bar graph. If you will get bar graph like this, so first when you will get 25 seconds for the preparation, then you have to check ki what is the maximum value. So now if you want to cover the maximum value, then you can also mention for the males, because for male and female it's almost the same, around 65, and for minimum is 95 to 99, and it's approximate equal to 0 for both the male and the female. So let's do again. So you can write down the maximum values like this, and this is the minimum value. So let's again do this example. The bar graph provides information related to the China age group. The primary feature highlighted in the image are population in millions and the age group. Initially, it presents data regarding male and female. Additionally, it compares the age group for the male and the female. The highest value is represented by the age of 25 to 29, and it's around 65 for male, and it's approximately equal to 65 for the female also, and the minimum value is represented by 0 for both the male and the female for the age group 95 to 99. Overall, the image shows data related to the age group in China in 2016. So you have to speak like this. You have to cover the minimum point and the maximum point for the age group. So let's do next example without wasting of time, and this is the pie chart. For example, you will get a pie chart in front of you like this. So this is the approximate composition of the air. So this is the main point in the image, and here are only three gases like oxygen, other gases and the nitrogen, and here are the parts like percentage 1% for the other gases, 20% for the oxygen and 79% of the nitrogen. So when you will get 25 seconds, then scan the image and try to memorize, try to think about the maximum point and the minimum point. So let's start it. So the pie chart provides information related to the approximate composition of the air. The primary feature highlighted in the image are the different gases in the atmosphere. Initially, it presents data regarding oxygen, nitrogen and other gases. Additionally, it compares the different gases. The highest value is represented by the nitrogen, and its approximate 79%, and the minimum value is for the other gases, and it's equal to 1%. Overall, the image shows data related to the composition of the air in the atmosphere. So you have to speak like this. Means computer can't judge कि you are following a template. Means you are following a template, but the AI will not judge you कि you are following a template. So you have to cover the maximum points. So if you have queries, if you have a doubts in particular question, then you can message me and you can call me. You can also write an email at amarptclasses@gmail.com. So next example is the map. So it's a difficult task for some student. Even they are following the template, but they are facing problems ki how to attempt a map in a describe image. So how you will get a good score? So first you have to identify ki what's the name of the map. So it's a distribution of Harlequin ladybird. So this is the name of the image. And here we are 2 years 2004 and 2005. So just keep in mind कि 2004 is for the red dots and 2005 is for the black dots, and we have two countries, England and the North Sea. So don't take this into your account, means into your content. So only speak that image. So you can see कि red lines, red dots are high as compared to the black dots. So you can say कि this is the highest value is in the 2004 and the minimum value is in the 2005. So when you will get 25 second, then you have to identify कि maximum area कौन सा है and minimum area कौन सा है. So you have to identify in the map picture. So you have to cover the maximum and minimum, not all of the maps. Means now you have two countries like England and the North Sea, but sometime you will get 5 to 7 countries in the map picture. So just cover the maximum and the minimum area. So let's do this example. The map provides information related to the distribution of harlequin ladybird. The primary feature highlighted in the image are North Sea and the England. Initially, it presents data regarding the ladybird in 2004 and in 2005, and additionally it compares the data in 2004 and in 2005 for the North Sea and the England. The highest value is represented by the dots in with the red dots in 2004, and the minimum value is represented by the black dots in 2005. Overall, the image shows data related to the ladybird distribution of harlequin. So you have to speak like this. So let's do one more time. The map provides information related to the distribution of harlequin ladybird. The primary feature highlighted in the image are North Sea and the England. Initially, it presents data regarding the ladybird in 2004 and 2005. Additionally, it compares the data for 2004 and 2005 in England and the North Sea. The highest value is represented by the red dots, which is maximum in 2004, and the lowest value is represented by the black dots, which is minimum in 2005. Overall, the image shows data related to the distribution of harlequin ladybird. So you have to complete like this. So next is the process cycle. So some students face difficulty ki how to pronounce, so how to attempt the process cycle. So in earlier you can use the template, but now you can use the template, but you have to use the template like tricky. Means it's tricky to use the template in the process cycle, because process cycle is simple. Now in this image you have no keywords, so how you will cover it? But sometime in the process cycle like evaporation, and sometime the how to produce the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. So you have to know the process, ki what's the process to complete this cycle. So you know to process. Now here it is the process cycle, means if we will see the image, then we have only tomatoes, then after that basket and the truck. So sometime क्या होता था कि students will only use these three keywords and they will get 90 in the describe image. But now you have to cover the process कि how you will attempt the process cycle. So let's do this. Now you can see the key components in the image. Like in the key components, here it is the tomato tree, then there is a truck, means you can say transportation or loading. Some students say ki this is the loading of truck, ma'am, so you can say ki it's a transportation. So now it's a two kind of tomatoes, like the tomatoes in this basket and the tomatoes in this basket. So you can say ki this is the separation of good tomatoes and the bad tomatoes. So you can say, because here it is ki first they separate the tomatoes, and some tomatoes in this basket and some tomatoes in this basket. Now after that they use it like this, means they sold it. This is for the consumer. So you can compare the process cycle this, because this is the tomato tree, this is the transportation, after that the separation, but you have to judge in 25 seconds ki what's happening in the process. So here it is two kind of tomatoes, one in this basket and one in this basket. So we can imagine it ki one is for good and one is for bad. So good tomatoes is for the consumer, because they are finally transported and they are used by the consumer. So you have to identify these key points in 25 seconds. If your targeted score is 80, then you have to do this. Even if your targeted score is 65, means 7 each, then you have to do it. And if your targeted score is only 5 each or 6 each, then you can, means you can do like this and like that, but you have to use some strategies to get good score. So it's difficult now to get a good score in the describe image and the retell lecture. So let's do this example. The process cycle provides information related to the tomatoes, or you can say uh, related to the processing of tomatoes. So the primary feature highlighted in the image are the tomato tree, transportation, filtering and packaging. So it's clear, this is the tomato tree and this is the transportation, this is the filtering and after that the packaging, क्योंकि यहाँ पे वो क्या हो गए हैं, packaging हो गए हैं. The first step is the growing of tomatoes, means the tomatoes are growing, so I am not following the template in this image. Second step is to transport the tomatoes by the truck. Third step is separating the bad tomatoes, and last step is filtering the cart for the consumer, filling the cart for the consumer, and overall the image provides information for the tomato processing. So let's do again it. So here it is tomato. The process cycle provides information related to the tomatoes. The primary feature highlighted in the image are tomato tree, transportation, filtering and packaging. The first step is growing of tomatoes. Second step is to the transport of the tomatoes by truck. Third step is separating the bad tomatoes and the good tomatoes, and the last step is filling the cart for the consumer, and overall the image provides information about the tomatoes processing. So this is all about image. So you have to identify the key points in the 25 seconds. So it's a table. It's very easy ki how you can use the table. So there is lot of data in the table, but you can't complete that data in 35 seconds. So just take the minimum value and the maximum value. So this is the main name, image name, and this is year, and this is racial or ethnic minority enrollment, and this is black or African American enrollment, and this is the years, and this is the percentage. So if you have a trick, you can mention both of them, then it's better. But if you are not able to use both of them, then you can also mention one of them. So I did this experiment, that's why I am saying this. So let's do this, and this is table. So you have to identify ki what is the type of the image in front of you, because sometimes student got confused ki ma'am this is a table or this is a bar graph and this is what in front of me. So the table provides information related to the fall post-secondary enrollment, undergraduate and graduate. The primary feature highlighted in the image are percentage racial or ethnic minority enrollment and percentage black or African American enrollment. Initially, it presents data regarding for different years from 2010 to 2020. Additionally, it compares the data for the different years for the ethnic minority enrollment and the African American enrollment. The highest value is represented by 43.9% in 2020, and the lowest value is represented by 36.1% in 2010 for the percentage racial or the ethnic minority enrollment. So you can say कि overall the image provides information about post-secondary enrollment from 1976 to 2020. So this is all about the table. So this is the way ki how you can attempt this image. So you have to do like this. So just only mention the minimum point, maximum point, and these are the key points. So I am not saying ki you can follow my template. I am just saying ki you have to use the template like ki you can get good score in the PTE. So this is about table. Next is the picture. So sometime it's got confused ki what to speak about picture. So in this picture we have lot of content. So first you have to write the content. So I am writing here. Here it is apple, then banana. So this is the content of the image. After that grapes, you can write this. Then we have eggs, then we have milk, we have also butter, then curd, then you can say cookies. Means we have lot of content in this image. So how you will use this content in the image? The picture provides information related to the food items. The primary feature highlighted in the image are vegetarian food and the non-vegetarian food, because it's clearly mentioned here it's non-veg and it's only veg. Initially it presents data regarding apples, banana and the grapes. Additionally, it compares the vegetarian foods like banana, apple, oranges, broccoli, cauliflower with the non-vegetarian foods like the meat and the eggs. The highest value is represented by the vegetarian food and the lowest value is represented by the non-vegetarian food. Overall, the image shows the data related to the food. So this is about the picture. So you have to cover like this. So if you can cover the maximum point, because here are the maximum points, like we have a garlic, then broccoli, then capsicum, peas, we have lot of stuff in this image. So you have to cover the maximum points so that you can get good score. So next is the floor plan. So how you will attempt the floor plan. This is the floor plan, or you can identify कि it's the floor plan of the house, it's a floor plan of the office, it's a floor plan of the mall even. So you will get different type of floor plan in the on the screen in the final PT exam. So you have to first you have to identify the floor plan, because sometime it will mention on your screen and sometime it will not. So you have to identify ki it's the floor plan of the what. So let's do it. So here are the keywords like deck, bath, kitchen, then dining, entry, living, study and porch. So if you have to identify the maximum area, if you want to follow my template, then maximum area is covered by the garage and the minimum area is covered by the bath. So we have lot of stuff. So let's do it. Let's try to do it. The floor plan provides information related to the floor plan of a house. The primary feature highlighted in the image are the different parts of the house. Initially, it presents data regarding kitchen, dining and living, and additionally it compares the data of the garage and the study room and the porch. The highest value is represented by the garage and the minimum area covered by the bath. Overall, the image shows data related to the floor plan of a house. So you will not say the data, you will say the area. So it's my fault. So you have to use the area because it's a floor plan. Because if a human expert will check, then he will check you are using data or the area. So we will say it's a area. So you can say the primary feature are the different parts of the house, means you can say कि different portions of the house. अगर आप initially represent करेंगे data, then you can use other keywords like deck, kitchen and bath. And additionally it compares the area for the garage, dining, living and the studying, and highest area is covered by the garage and the lowest area is covered by the bath. So overall you can say that it provides information about the floor plan of a house. So this is all about from my side. So if you want to discuss your template with me and if you have any queries, then you can contact me. My number is given on the screen as well in the description box, and do subscribe to my channel also if you have not subscribed yet, and please like my videos, comment on my videos and share these videos with your friends also. Thank you so much for watching my videos.